So, Mike, here's a picture in the museum that's actually on the internet. Could you have anything to say about this one?
Yeah, that's what's known as the Mayaka Skunk Ape. This is a photograph that was anonymously sent to some cryptozoologists. According to the letter that went with it, this lady who lives in Florida had something that was raiding her little victory garden in her backyard. She was complaining to the janitorial and custodial people in this little area that she lived in, and she couldn't get anybody to respond to her complaints. She assumed that it was a raccoon or something that was raiding her garden, and so she decided to set up a camera to photograph it so she could prove to the animal control people that she had a pest in her backyard. And then she took the photos, and bingo, it certainly was not a raccoon. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this over the years, and I personally, of course, have never been there. I never talked to the woman. I've only seen the versions of the photo that have been posted on the internet. But what I have to say about this is that if I was going to make a guess, I would say that this is something that would be typically referred to as a swamp ape or a skunk ape. And I think Loren Coleman was one of the first people to talk about the fact that one of the aspects of the Bigfoot phenomena that makes it so perplexing is the fact that some of these Bigfoot events actually are known primates. They are animals that we already know about, that already are known to exist, that just happen to be in a place where they don't belong. And I would have to say, based on just looking at these photographs, which is all I have, and all that most people have, is that that looks an awful lot to me like an orangutan, or possibly even a mandrill of some sort. In other words, it's an ape that's already been classified and understood, and it just happens to be in a place where they normally aren't expected to be. And Loren Coleman, as I started to say, he was referred to these as napes, meaning a shortened version of North American apes. And he actually has found ape-like tracks, and he's printed photographs of them. And he's suggesting that from time to time there can be these apes that get let free in a wooded setting, and if there's a couple of them of opposite sexes and they mate, that pretty soon over a stretch of time you start having succeeding generations of these apes in a place where they normally wouldn't be expected to be. And so he called those napes. And I think that we do have that happening. We know that people will take in exotic pets, and when they're little babies, they're just wonderful and great. But then when they grow up and become full-on adults, most apes are like several times stronger than any human, and they're really pretty dangerous to keep as house pets. And so people will let these things go in the woods because they don't know what else to do with them. Also, I did some research, and I found that there was once a movie company that was making, well, it was actually for a TV series. There was a Tarzan TV series that aired weekly for a period of time, and they were shooting these episodes in Florida. And from what I read, they had apes that they would let loose, sort of as ambient, background extras for the filming. And from what I understand, that when they finally broke down and took the whole thing down and gave it up, that some of the apes were left roaming in the forest. So there's a plausible explanation for how a woman might have an orangutan in her victory garden in southern Florida.